All right, good morning from Rocket Garage and Service. So let me turn y'all around and see if I can get that. So we got the Elko, see if I can't get it in the background, and we got a flat tire. Driver's side front is going flat overnight. And today we're gonna go through, what do we do? Some troubleshooting. This is very basic. Every operator of a piece of equipment that has tires should know how to look at their tire and fix it themselves. We're going to discuss some different situations and how do you do it. So let me get y'all turned around. All right, so here's our tire. This is a 22-inch rim. It is pretty much what some consider a rubber band tire. I'm going to take it off the rim. We're going to put it on a jack stand and a jack. Lift it up with a jack. Take the tire off. And we're going to go fill it up. And I'm going to show you how I would find a leak on this tire. I have identified it. Part of my mission to get this car roadworthy is to go ahead and take it off the car and take it to the repair shop, because I need to send this car to the tuner, and I know he's not going to want to pump up this tire if he needs to take it overnight. So your car needs to be 100% before you go to your tuner. He is a tuner and not a mechanic. Someone will help you, but most of them, a good tuner has a backlog, and any inconvenience you give him is just going to be a headache for you, or you're going to get charged royally for it. So anyways, so we're going to do that. And I'll do a little time lapse of me jacking up the car and getting the tire off, and then we'll pick up into the actual troubleshooting the leak. All right, let's go over a few things that happened during that time lapse. So, we'll start with a jack. You always want a jack stand, man. We recently had a person almost 4 or 5 houses down the road from me, a car collapsed on him. Do not get under a car without something more than hydraulics holding the car in the air. Do not. It just ain't worth it. Put a tire under it, something. Do not get under a car. So, let's go into how I jack up a car on grass. First, let's see if I can get this pointed up. So you got to hit your frame first. You do not want to be on pinch welds. You want to be on a frame. By the way, it is cold. It is windy in Georgia, and it is May. Crazy. But what I do in grass, because on cement, your jack will roll. On grass, the wheels sink into the ground. It does not roll. So you get your jack deep onto that frame, right? And what's going to happen is that jack is going to slowly work itself out. And you get to a certain point, you got to stop as high as you can go. So that's what we did. So we got the jack deep enough under the car so it will lift it up high enough. Then we also had to go high enough in the air for our jack stand to squat. All right, Siri picked up and started thinking I was talking to her. So we had to get our jack where it was squat, and right now that height allowed us to still maintain getting our wheel off. During the time lapse, you're going to see, at first I use this setup. Small extension that has 2 sizes. We have a 19 millimeter, and then on the other side we have a 21. Great tool, but for this situation it was not enough. With this Makita, didn't have enough torque, because what happens is your extension will flex. It will not deliver all that torque from your tool through the socket to the lug nut. So what I had to do was grab a direct source, which was this deep well. And that applied enough torque to remove these. So next thing you want to do, we don't want to lose these. And I'm telling you, every time I get lazy and I say I'm just going to put these on the fender or something, I lose them. So let's just go ahead and thread these on. Does a lot of good. Keep this from getting dirt stuck in here. Keeps our threads somewhat clean and prevents us from losing it. So we're going to put these on. And then we're going to take the tire and we're going to pump it up. Figure out where this leak is. There we go. And we're going to take this jack back. So we got tire off. Next we'll be in the garage. All right, so we're back. So we got a little air pressure in our tires. Next, got to have an air compressor of some source. We're going to, I don't think I got my soap. Yep, I do got my soap. This is a tight area. I was trying to do this to keep the dogs from barking. Take our valve stem cap off. Couple of stuff to note. My terminology sometimes is off. That was a Milwaukee impact earlier. And I think I said off the rim. I don't know what that meant in context, what I was referring to after watching the video. We're not going to take the tire off the rim. We're just taking the wheel assembly off of the car to figure out where this leak is. So anyways, put some air in it. And we'll go to about 32. 32, if you don't know, is your common number. If you when in doubt with air pressure, 32 psi. You're not going to go wrong. Some other things to note, whenever I haven't been able to use soap, a bucket of water, a big Tupperware box, like one of those like 60 gallons, whatever, huge Tupperware boxes, enough that your wheel will fit in. Usually only you can get about a quarter of your wheel or half of your wheel because it is kind of buoyant. I've been able to find pinhole leaks. So that's around 36. So where I usually start, valve stem. And just put it on. You'll see bubbles, right? And then I go around the bead. All right, so between, again, Siri, think I'm talking to her, and it's cutting my video off and my daughter coming out. We're just gonna pick it back up and hopefully it makes sense. So here's our leak. I do know there is a similar leak like this in the back of the rim too. Again, I usually do not find leaks around the bead. Typically, I find leaks like that. When I do, is when the tire's flat and you get dirt in your bead. Typically, I find it because there is a nail in your tread, and you got to plug it. And I've had really good luck, guys, with just those normal plugs you get from Walmart, and you just ream out a hole and you stick the plug in, you pull it out, and you're done. I know people say patches are better and all that stuff. Sure. I've never had a reoccurring leak from a plug, and I will continue to use plugs and plug them all day. The only time I will not plug a tire and replace it is if it's in the sidewall and if it's a motorcycle. I just go ahead and cut my losses. I don't have a motorcycle no more, so no more issues. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So we know it's leaking there. I'm gonna give it to the friend, coworker / customer and tell him to get this tire debeaded or removed because I think it is an excellent tire. I believe we need to reverse the rotation for the side of the car it is. Yep, the rotation needs to be reversed. And he needs to get the rim cleaned. and then remount, and then we can get them to check it. Use a good tire facility will check their work before they give it back to you. And then next will be to the tuner and then exhaust shop, or exhaust shop then tuner. Probably gonna be tuner first because it don't run very good from a start, but we'll get another video into that. Anyways, hey, thanks for coming out and watching. I appreciate y'all. Please comment, like, subscribe. Please give positive feedback, and on to the next one.